cicadas are loud. So I came to the park to do the segment that I wanted to talk about today, and what we're going to talk about is creating sponsorship opportunities for yourself. Now, a few days ago, I released the 5 things to help your brand. That video mentioned very slightly about the use of hashtags, and that is how we're going to create our sponsorship opportunities. So first thing is first is, how does a sponsorship work? Well, sponsorships basically allow us to collaborate with an individual or with a company. You need to give them a reason on why they should sponsor you. If you're not providing them with a reason, they're not going to sponsor you. And let me be the first to tell you, this by no means is easy. Out of every 100 companies that you're going to reach out to, probably most likely only one of them is going to even return your message. So when you send this DM, you need to think that they're not going to respond to you, and you need to keep looking for more and more and more, because you can never send too many DMs. So to begin, you have to find your niche. You have to know what you're looking for. For example, I'm a race car driver. I travel and I build cars. I break a lot of parts, and it's a lot of money to keep that car running. So what I look for is a company that can provide me with either travel discounts, or I look specifically for a company and a specific part on the car that will help me offset the cost of either buying that or even receiving that item for free. Now, this is different for everyone, but you have to know what your goal is in going into looking to DM people. What are you trying to get out of this company? Now that you know what your goal is, it's time to get down in the DMs. Yeah, that's where a lot of this, actually that's where all of this goes down. And it depends on which DMs you're looking for. You've got Facebook DMs, you've got Instagram DMs, and you've got Twitter DMs. I really like Instagram, and I find Instagram to be the best, at least for what I'm looking for. So for example, today we're going to use exhaust, and let's say I'm looking for an exhaust for the Eclipse. So in doing that, we're going to go to Instagram, and when we go to Instagram, we're going to pull up hashtags, and we're going to type in exhaust. And when we get to exhaust, we see that 1.6 pictures pop up. Now, all of these are potential options. Obviously, not everyone is going to work out. Some of these are just going to be posts about exhaust. Some of these are just going to be a random exhaust hashtag. Some of them might be actually branded exhaust companies, and we have to specifically find what we're looking for. Same goes for you. Whatever you're looking to obtain, you have to find that specific thing that you're looking for in the pictures or in the hashtags. Now, as we scroll down, we're going to find out that a lot of these are just random pictures that have nothing really to do with exhaust. But in continuing, we find a picture with a Nissan GTR, and that Nissan GTR is branded with a MagnaFlow exhaust. Now, if you're a car guy or you're a truck guy, you know MagnaFlow for good mufflers and good exhausts. I've used them before, and I do like their stuff. So for this case, I'm going to reach out to MagnaFlow. Now, MagnaFlow has a little over 100,000 followers, and that's a little bit more than I like. I always like to reach out to companies under 50K, because the odds of you sponsoring with them is a lot greater. Because when you have bigger companies, they have more customers, they have warranty information, they have product questions, and the more likely they are to skip over you. However, we're not going to let that deter us from going ahead and messaging them anyhow, because I was lucky enough to sponsor with Falcon Tire, and Falcon Tire has almost 500,000 followers on Instagram. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try it anyhow. So we're going to do really quick but precise DMs. You don't want to write a book, and you don't want to just say one quick thing. You want to be quick to the point, but also very firm in what you want. So for example, we're going to say who we are, we're going to say what our brand is, and we're going to say what we're looking for. Those are the 3 things you want to include in your DM. When you send out that DM, most likely they're not going to respond, but that's okay, and that's why we keep moving forward. And yes, I use that keep moving forward for a specific person, because if you're someone like a TJ Hunt or somebody that's got a really big brand, they are more likely to respond to you. But right now, we're just talking about smaller companies looking to find sponsorships, even though you're not really known throughout the social media world or whatever world you're in. Now, maybe a more relatable example to some people are you have to provide that value. If you don't have that value, why would they sponsor you? Just because they sponsor you doesn't mean anything. You have to provide that company value on why they should sponsor you. So for an example, another example that may be more relatable, we're going to use an icing company, and we're going to say that you make cupcakes and you sell them in your store, and you're looking to offset the cost of your icing. So you're going to go on Instagram, you're going to go on Twitter, and you're going to look for icing. And let's say you come across the company Luscious Fluff Icing Company. You reach out to them, you tell them your name, you tell them what you're looking for, and you tell them how you could help them. And we're going to say the way that you can help them is by, when they give you this icing at a discounted rate, we're going to let every one of our customers know that this is where the icing came from. Whether it be in a little placard, whether it be right in front, in the middle for everyone to see, that's all dependent on you. But we're going to let them know that this is where the icing came from, and that will help the icing company gain exposure. And as a business, the number one thing that you always want is exposure. You can never have too much exposure for your business. Obviously, you don't want negative exposure, but in this case, it's going to be positive exposure. Now, most people are like, well, what if I get 2 companies to say yes? The odds of that happening are not very good. But if it does, that's fantastic. Why? Because now you get to pick between 2 companies. Do some research, find out which company works best for you, and then pick that specific company. Tell the other company no and move on. That is not a problem. That is a great thing because it allows you to pick between 2 different companies. Also, another key here is be sure that you're getting what you want from that company. If that company, say, gives you certain stipulations on what you can and can't do, and you're not interested in it, then say no. It's okay to say no. Just because you reach out to them doesn't mean you cannot say no back. Make sure you're getting what you want out of them. And remember, this is a partnership, so don't hurt the other company's brand. Because if you hurt that other company's brand, they could possibly ruin you. And when you are sponsored with people, remember, you have a quote-unquote persona to live up to. You know, if you're not helping them in whatever way, they're going to drop you. And don't bring a negative light upon your brand. Say like Logan Paul. If you don't know who Logan Paul is, well, do some research on him, you'll find out. But he's done some pretty sketchy things, and he actually lost over $1 million in just one day. When that suicide video came out that he released, he lost so many different sponsors that were originally participating with him that he lost all of that money in sponsorships. Don't be that guy. And remember, at the end of the day, this is your brand. You control it. Although you're reaching out to them, be sure to find that you're actually getting something out of this. You provide them with value, they provide you with value, and that's how collaborations work. This is your brand. You have all of the options. You have all of everything that you want in your hands, and nobody can take that away from you. Whether it is your personal brand, whether it's your business, whatever it may be, this is all in your control. And even if that partnership doesn't work out or they say no, it's still a connection that you built with someone. Maybe they say no, but maybe they lead you to a whole other opportunity that you weren't even expecting. You can never have too many connections, and remember, at the end of the day, it's all about who you know. All right, guys, I'm just getting back home, heading back into the office to get my last minute stuff done. So today was a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed learning all about sponsorships today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And remember that this is in vlog. You got WordPress in writing, and then you've got my podcast on Anchor, which is all audio. And all 3 of those are going to have this same formatted audio, video, and writing into it. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to like and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. You already know what's coming. Peace out. And remember, you create your own story. Yeah.